Welcome and thank you for listening to our audio presentation. My name is Walter Berger and I'm reading from my book Prosperity for Everyone. Yes, we can, but how and when? How to develop a clear overview, realistic goals, optimism and self-reliance in our hectic world. The book is published by Taschengeld Management and also available as an audio presentation, as an ebook or as a printed workbook. For more information, please have a look on our homepage www.taschengeld-management.de. Here you also can download easy-to-understand copy templates for daily use. Chapter 8 – Financial Status. A picture says more than 1,000 words. In our workshops, we explain financial status as follows. A financial status will give you a current overview of your income, expenditure, assets and debts. In the workbook, we used the financial status from the game Hamsterrad to illustrate our examples. A woman reflected on her financial status and sighed. It's really like in real life. The only difference is that problems and the way that things are linked can be seen more easily. Her husband looked at her in agreement and confirmed. You are right, and that's what I always wanted to explain you. My daughter wants to show you something. On the third day of the Games Fair in Essen, Germany, a man came up to me with his daughter and greeted me warmly. The girl grinned at me, rummaged around in her sweatshirt, pulled out a crumpled piece of paper and tried to smooth it out. I beat my dad in the game yesterday, she said triumphantly. And to prove it, she handed me the financial status from the game Hamsterrad. Can I take my financial status home with me? Following a games evening, a young woman asked this as she held a piece of paper out towards me. I looked at her, a little surprised, and answered, Of course you can, but wouldn't you prefer to take a new sheet with you? No, thank you. This plan is sufficient. I just want to show my husband that I can manage money as well. Don't you also enjoy listening to an exceptionally gifted speaker who is able to explain even the most complex interrelations seemingly effortlessly in a simple and clear way? Have you ever tried to explain a complex issue so that it is really understood? Can't you see the wood for the trees sometimes in the daily information jungle? In the financial status section, you draw up a financial map. Your financial situation and the way that things are linked become clearer. This overview makes it easier to identify necessary steps and sensible courses of action. On just one single sheet of paper, you can reason, discuss and decide, instead of giving up in frustration with thousands of files, documents and figures. Please keep in mind, learn the things as they really are and not as we imagine they are. To create a financial status, please proceed as follows. First, we look at the income and the expenditure. Transfer the monthly figures from the budget to the financial status. An example you will find in the workbook. Second, if necessary, combine individual expenses in categories. 3. Enter the monthly installments for debts in the list of expenses. 4. Calculate totals for income and expenditure. And 5. Determine how much money is available each month or if there is a shortfall. When you proceed like this, you can find out what kind of income and expenditure you have, what the monthly amount in dollars is, what are the totals for your monthly income and expenditure is, and how much each month is available. Now we continue to create our financial status for the assets and the debts. Please proceed as follows. First, transfer the figures and the important information from your assets overview and your debts into the financial status. Second, if necessary, combine individual items in categories. 3. Calculate totals for assets and debts. And 4. Find out what your net assets are, or if you are even heavily indebted. After this, you will see what assets and what kind of debts you have. You see the current value in dollars, you see the worth of the total assets, and the total amount of your debts in dollars. You see the net assets worth, and you can clearly see if you are heavily indebted. In the workbook, you will find an example for creating a financial status. After this, you are able to read your financial status, to correctly assess the situation and to recognize opportunities. In our example, we see that the income is $2,000. This is sufficient to pay ongoing expenses of $1,790. Each month, $210 remains. $590 have to go to pay off debt every month. This is 1/3 of the total expenditure. There are $3,000 liquid reserves in cash, but also $8,000 debt level. There is a net value of minus $5,000. This means there is over-indebtedness. What are the problems of this current situation? 1/3 of the total expenditure goes to pay off consumer credits. We see that the credits have very high interest rates. There is over-indebtedness. And only one income is available. We found 3 possible solutions. First, we pay back the credit card debts with liquid funds and will have the following consequences. The debts are reduced by $2,100. The expenditure is reduced by $140 each month. And we will have $140 each month more available. That means in total $350 instead of $210. Of course, always another opportunity is to take an additional job to pay off loans more quickly. Another important option is to negotiate better terms with the creditor. Never forget this, even you may feel not comfortable having such a conversation. And half an hour talk is better than 1 month of hard work. At the end of the chapter Financial Status, please write down where you see an urgent need to take action and what you will do now.